Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. And my name is Guy Dawson, and I am the managing member of Classic Communications, a full-service media and marketing company. And if you would like to bring greater recognition to your business, your organization, or yourself personally, please get in contact with us at 702-845-6129 or visit our website, classiccommunications.net. We are broadcasting to you live from the Gene Woods Racing Experience in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, just a stone throw. Woo! From the Las Vegas Strip, and well, I think you hijacked it a little bit this time, Carintha.
Yeah, I did.
My co-hostess with the mostest, Carintha.
Thank you.
Queen of all media is back.
Absolutely. I'm happy to be back, Guy. I'm happy to and excited to interview another amazing guest this week.
Yeah, that was a semi-hijack.
I couldn't help myself.
I know, you were telling us about your rebellious spirit, so you rebelled in the other way this week.
I had to. I couldn't help myself.
Welcome back. And we have Kellen Kautzman. He's back. He did a show a few months ago when I was away with Cheryl Green, the PR goddess. Mm-hmm. I have nicknames for all these wonderful people in my life, Kellen. I got to come up with one for you.
We'll get there.
SEO God.
Whoa.
I'm really good at that.
It's a lot of pressure. He has high expectations.
Kellen's a great guy, and he was, like I said, on a few months ago. He, as well as being a search engine optimization wizard, he really is. He's fantastic. We just had a session yesterday, so I'm so excited about the things that he does, but he has a tremendous reputation in being able to create results for his clients through search engine optimization. He's also a speaker, and yeah, you're a busy guy, Kellen. I mean, boy, I see you everywhere.
A couple things going on. A couple things going on. Yeah, so we were just chatting, folks, Guy the other day, for YouTube ads. And a lot of folks don't know much about YouTube advertising and how ridiculously affordable it is. About 3 months ago, I started doing a Friday YouTube video, and just for fun, just to see kind of what I could kick out. And we spent $140, and we've gotten 70,000 impressions and 4,000 views. And so we're talking Starbucks budget. And so if you're thinking about YouTube advertising, folks just don't know about it. And we set something up for Guy, and that's what we're doing just the other day. And we'll let you know what the results are.
Yeah, it was really exciting to sit down with Kellen and go through the steps, and I've heard things about YouTube marketing. I mean, YouTube is just a very powerful platform. As a matter of fact, the show is broadcasting live on YouTube right now, and we're wanting to raise the views. We want to get this show out to more people, and so we chose the broadcast that I did with the Australian Bee Gees, and we're going to promote it, and it's really interesting to see the ways that you can leverage very inexpensive advertising to spread your message, and so I'm looking forward also to seeing what the results are of that.
Yeah, you only pay if you get to 30 seconds or more, and so there's this magical little 6-second moment in YouTube ads where it's playing before the skip button can be pressed, right? Mm-hmm. And trust me, we've all seen the horribly annoying YouTube ads, right? Or I'll see YouTube ads where I'll see like a car, and then I can skip. Why isn't there branding in those first 6 seconds? So using that time is a great strategy for those listening if you're interested in doing some YouTube ads. And one of the things we set up for this show is called an annotation, and annotations are just the videos that appear at the end that you can click on to go to the next video. And so Guy, Carintha, you guys have this amazing repertoire of just so many videos, and people could binge watch the channel just based off those annotations. That was something else we chatted about.
Yeah, binging on the Guy Dawson Show. Yeah, we've got it set up now to where you can watch us for hours. Well, we have 2 years worth of shows.
Exactly.
And we're going to be adding some more soon. And search engine optimization, I remember back around 2008 and 2009 when I first got my business started, and I was hearing that there were people out there who were experts in being able to bring more traffic to your business by leveraging the search engines. And it's been really interesting to see the evolution of SEO. We had some people that were out there, and they were doing a lot of good, legitimate business. And then we had that second part of the group, and those were the people that were hustling. and they all claim that they could get you all this through search engine optimization, and I think now a lot of that is cleared out, and we see a lot of true professionals like you who can produce results and really are true internet marketers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I came to this from teaching. So I taught for 5 years. I taught English as a second language and Spanish, and so I'm not your typical business degree, get out there business owner. And so I would come home after a day of teaching and write articles. I'd do about 2 a night, and then on days off, I would do 5 or so. And I was doing mostly lesson plans. So I would say, hey, you teach Spanish, here's how you could do a cool lesson plan on the time, for example. And what I found is that there were these 2 boxes. One said SEO title and SEO description, and I would fill out that information. That's just the blue link and the black text that appears in Google when you do a search. And the goal was to get 1 million views online. And so I just was grinding. And passive income is great. Everyone wants passive income. And so I was making about $2 per month per post. And so the math was, okay, I need to write 2,000 of these things, because then I'll make 4,000 a month, and then I'll go do whatever I want to do with my life, right? So I wrote, and then my wife and I decided to, give Vegas a shot right in just the bottom of the recession. And I got a job with Advise Media Group, $9 an hour, because there was a hiring freeze. So this is something that kind of dragged me into it. I wasn't actively pursuing it. I was playing with it on the side. And then 4 years later, became a partner with Advise. And then as of last September, started Send It Rising Internet Marketing. So it's been a wild ride. And to your point, a lot of the folks that got into this were looking for the easy way out. It's called black hat SEO. A good example would be, imagine a document, and you can put words in brackets. And the words are synonyms. So I would write A and then put a bracket, big, giant, enormous, and then end the bracket. And I would do that for the entire article, hit a button, and it would randomize 1,000 different articles that are all unique. And then each of them would have a link, and that would point back to the website. So that's a black hat technique. And so there's a lot of that going on. And what you see with those folks is they yo-yo in rankings until they're eventually penalized. But at this point, there's absolutely no point in trying to cheat the system, because Google rolled out something called RankBrain in 2015, which is artificial intelligence, and it's smarter than us. It speaks more languages than we do. It makes more connections than we do. So for us to go, I'm going to outsmart it, is a bit naive.
Yeah, Google has gotten really smart through the years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember when I was going to college 1,000,000 years ago. Because I'm not your typical graduate student. I didn't start out, I just started going a couple of years ago as a non-degree seeking student. Now I'm going full time. But before that, I took about 10 years off. And I remember when you couldn't even use Google, or you couldn't use internet sources in your writing, because they didn't know enough about it, and it wasn't something that was validated and accredited and recognized by academic institutions yet. So I think it's really interesting, the rise of all that. What's really interesting to me, especially about what you do, is that we talk about social media, we talk about the internet constantly in our classes. With my degree being in journalism and media studies, we talk about it all the time. Of course, we use different theories from different, sociologists and things like that. But yeah, so what you're talking about to me is really, really interesting, especially this whole black hat business. That is so incredibly sneaky.
Yeah, I remember the stuffing too. Keyword stuffing. You remember that? You would just stuff.
Yes.
Because I used to write 2 articles for biz, and you just stuff keywords. They'd say just stuff as many keywords as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Google wasn't onto that in 2000. Well, they were, but they weren't. You could still get away with it. And meta tagging and all those different things. There was all kinds of techniques that people were using to figure out how to circumvent, but now it's all changed. Google's smart now, and for good reason, because it was deceptive what people were doing.
No, absolutely. Now Google's getting to the point where it's so the intelligence is so refined that doing things like we were chatting about before the show, cause marketing, makes a lot of sense. So the connections that come from doing good in this world, I've found, serendipitously, are almost impossible to measure. As an example, we were going to go help plant this garden at Cynthia Cunningham Elementary School. Turns out the gentleman who's running it Kim McQuarrie is a 4-time Emmy Award-winning documentary filmmaker. I didn't know that. I saw Kim at the event. I'm like, hey, Kim, how's it going? He's like, hey, good. I did a little thing, took a shot of it, right? And then running around with my toddlers. Annika, she's going down slides and stuff. We're taking pictures. But look at this. We walked out of that event that took, call it 2 hours on a Saturday. It's drizzling, pointing the camera at my face. That's my YouTube video, right? No camera crew, no hair and makeup, whatever. We get a video, we get 50 photos, and then just today we realized that 2 folks, not only Green Our Planet, but also one of the folks that helps run it, shared the post, and those posts got 15, 16 likes. And so on Send It Rising, it's kind of like pulling teeth to do the traditional method, which is 6 things you didn't know about internet marketing.
I used to write articles like that.
We all have, and I do it for a living, and so we gotta find a better way. And so Carintha, Guy, what you guys are doing with the Businesses with Heart coming up is exactly that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we have an event that's coming up on Tuesday out here in Vegas. It's called Businesses with Heart, and we've been doing these events since 2015. I haven't done one in a while, but the whole object of Businesses with Heart is to show the marriage between nonprofit organizations and businesses, that there is a lot of value in the community for businesses that have a social conscience. And so from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock we are going to be doing this AM. We're going to be doing this at the Beacon Center, and it's just a great opportunity, live radio broadcast and networking opportunity. We're going to have an educational segment, and yeah, it's exciting.
And in my experience, when we go to these events, we find ourselves connected with the other people there. There's a common cause, and that warms everyone in the room right up. And so the chances of having, we should sit down, we should grab coffee, let's do lunch. Like it's so much easier to facilitate that because we all have a common goal. And the reality is that this is true all the time anyway, just humanity in general. But when we get into these rooms on events like that, and translating that one step further to the actual cause marketing, let's say, there's 2 ads. The stereotypical thing we just talked about, like 7 things you didn't know about, whatever. And the other one is, hey, we went to a school and we helped these kids learn how to read. I don't care if it's an auto mechanic. It makes no difference to me. It'll say sponsored by, and then there's the name of the business. We know what you do, right? That's the thing about consumers. Like New York Life, yeah, insurance, got it. Good. I'm good on that. You know your insurance. That's cool. Like, I don't need to be educated on insurance. Got it. But if you're rescuing puppies, I'm down.
Like Cheryl.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of which, there's this SEO benefit that I can talk about through a project we had called whateverydogdeserves.com, where we are looking to rescue as many dogs as possible, and we put these photos on Pinterest. One of them is this corgi. You know what corgi looks like?
Yes.
Imagine a burrito with small legs.
Oh, really? With small legs.
Yes, fur burrito. Furrito.
Fur burrito.
Carintha coined it. Just so you know, it's a furrito.
Yes.
So there's this furrito with one paw up on the step, and it says, "Life is short, so are my legs."
That's Pinterest.
And it was repinned 14,000 times, right? And so that's 14,000 links. The rankings shoot up in Google. It can't be ignored. And so we end up with, we were getting 400 to 500 visits a day to this website. And so this is what business owners are looking for, and they want to do this. And until very recently, there wasn't a direct return on investment. It was a branding kind of thing. But now we can make a really strong SEO argument. You want to rank for mortgage lender, Las Vegas? Not a problem. What charity you're working with? Why do I have to do the charity? Because of the links, man. Right? Because of the links. We can't get 14,000 links talking about FHA loans versus conventional. People don't care.
Animals, veterans, and kids.
Homelessness.
Those are the really the biggest things that they're hugely searched. The community really appreciates businesses that partner with those types of nonprofits, and I agree with you. With some of these traditional businesses, it's like pulling teeth to get them to want to contribute to their community. And I personally don't really work with a lot of businesses like that because I know that there's going to be a challenge it's a part of the platform that I believe in helping a business develop. Is there's got to be something that you believe in. Everyone has something, right?
Yes. Well,
breast cancer.
Oh yeah, and I think also it speaks to the culture of this city in general too. Is that you have a lot of more traditional business owners who are thinking along those lines of why is it important for me to contribute to the community, and then you have folks like I remember visiting Seattle a couple weekends ago, and we visited a restaurant, and they literally had a poster on their window where it basically told you the 4 nonprofit organizations that they support, and for me, I think that that's a large part of the Seattle culture, places like Portland and Seattle, but I feel like Vegas is its own animal.
People definitely have a lot of different motivations in Vegas.
Yes, I feel like there's a lot more, and I feel like there needs to be more recognition and awareness for businesses, and that there needs to be encouragement of these businesses in terms of saying, hey, it's like what you're doing. When you market yourself, include the businesses or include the nonprofit organizations you work with, because this is why, and this is why it will help you, and it helps everyone. It's a win-win-win-win-win.
Yeah, you see the largest corporations in the world all have partnerships with nonprofits, McDonald House, and we can go on with huge businesses that do it, and so it's just great to also know that there's an advantage with search engine optimization.
See, that's the thing and you're right, Carintha and Guy. So we find ourselves at a period in civilization where individuals have, let's call it 500 Facebook friends. We all have approximately 500, 700, 300, whatever. And so there's value in that, like never before. We all own a media company. And so the brands that are able to get folks to hit that share button, they're going to win. And I see it almost algorithmically, it's like a mathematical equation, so to speak, where just like the people in our power on social media has reached a precipice where now I don't care what size your business is, makes no difference to me. I think my theory is that we can see return on investment that is better by doing cause marketing than traditional. I think we'll see stronger return on investment. I think it's the smarter business choice.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and there's a lot of research out there that supports that, and that being in public relations, I've been doing this ever since I got my business started, and it wasn't such a big thing 8 or 9 years ago, and where it was being publicized so much. But now you're seeing events that are coming up, books are being written, and you have these companies that are being celebrated for being engaging in cause marketing and showing that they represent more. And what I've learned about a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners is they have causes. They support Little League teams. They support Boy Scouts. A lot of times they just don't get publicity. They're just doing it because, in my opinion, entrepreneurs they're pillars of society. They're really some of the most generous people that you'll meet because they're creators. They all are wanting to benefit their communities. But a lot of times they don't know how to use that to not only benefit their community, but also to leverage and create more business for themselves. So that's what you're doing, is you're helping them to leverage that so it's even a bottom line benefit.
That's exactly right. And so I want philanthropreneurship.
Like Victoria Boyd.
I like it.
Like Victoria Boyd.
That's Dr. Victoria Boyd.
Yeah, Victoria Boyd is a wonderful woman. She's been on this show before, and she has a foundation called the Philanthropreneur Foundation, and Kellen is very active with...
I'm on the board.
You are on the board now?
Yeah, I'm on the board of the Philanthropreneur Foundation. We sat down with KCEP Radio. We sat down with New York Life. We've been chatting with a lot of folks. And what I love about it is if I will go into a room and I start talking about SEO and social media, most of the time folks are like, okay, that's cool. And getting them excited about it, it's like, all right. I start talking about cause marketing, people are like, they just light up. And so it makes a lot of sense to me, not only from a profit standpoint, which is really important, and I don't want to neglect that. I think that oftentimes we think of it as philanthropy and not cause marketing, and there's a difference, and I just learned this term. So philanthropy is just giving money away. That's the idea. Just, here you go, take it, and that's the end of that. Cause marketing is more, okay, we're going to partner with you, basically, as a nonprofit, and we're going to mutually benefit.
Yeah, we're going to go to commercial break, and when we come back, I want to talk more about the cause marketing and also your speaking endeavors.
Oh, all right.
You've been a busy guy lately.
You too.
Stay tuned for more of The Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media.